After you reach the threshold for monetization on YouTube, there are some steps that can take time. So do them immediately so you won't lose time and money from ads on your YouTube channel. On your YouTube studio, click Earn. The screen will change from the threshold counter to a new screen. Click Apply Now, and you will get to a screen that will not change until you finish the process. Start with the first step. Confirm that you have read all the terms. This is important, especially if you don't know them. What it says is that you must not break Google rules. Otherwise, you will be removed from the partner program. Read it carefully if you are not sure what it means. After that, you have the second step. If you already have a Google Ads account, you can connect it. But if you don't, click I don't have a Google account, and it will open a Google login page. You need to choose the right email for the Google account you are going to open. It does not have to be the same Gmail as your YouTube channel. Now you need to choose a country where you are a citizen. This is important for the tax information, so don't lie. They can actually stop you from joining the partner program if you lie here. Then agree to the terms. This time the terms for the Google Ads account. And click the button to set the account. If it is not the same Gmail address, they will ask you to approve that this is your email. Now you get to the page where you need to confirm your personal information. It will take the info from your Google account. You can change it here if it's not the right information, but you can also change it later after you open the account. Now you need to wait. They say it takes about a day, but it can take longer. But you can still keep using YouTube Studio and uploading video as usual. But it's also important to update your tax information before the account gets approved, so it will be ready. Open the Google Ads website. You should be logged in with the email you use to connect your YouTube channel. The first tab is for YouTube ads. When you click it, you can see the current earning from your channel. Of course, when you first open it, you won't see much. You'll also see notifications that your account is being reviewed. On the left side, choose account, then setting, and go over both options to fill in anything that's missing. At the top, you'll see a notification to complete your tax information. It should also show up when you click payments and then payments info. Click add tax info and take your time with it, especially if it's your first time filling out this kind of forms. Click start form. They'll ask you to log in again to verify it's you. Now I'm showing what I did. But I'm not an accountant or a lawyer. I'm only showing this because it's worked for me in the past. And I've submitted a lot of W-8 ban forms. You can follow what I show and I'll explain why I choose what I did. But you should do your own research and make sure the form is filled out in the right way for your situation. The first thing I checked is that I'm an individual. I do have a company set up, something like an LLC, but different in Israel. You need to check your status for that. The next question is if you are a US citizen. If you are and live in another country or have dual citizenship, you need to check that you are a US citizen. But you should talk to an accountant who knows your situation before submitting anything. I'm not a US citizen, so I check no. Next, I choose the W-8 ban form. Again, if you're not sure what to fill out, ask an accountant in your country. The W-8 ban form is for someone who is not in the US, has no business in the US, and is not a US citizen. I don't know what the other form is, so if you're unsure, ask someone. First, you need to add your personal information. It should match what's on your Google Ads account, same name and address. The next part is for your tax ID. If you have a tax ID in your country, fill that in. If you have something for the US, fill it in the other box. You only need to fill in one of the two. Now you need to add your address. If you have two addresses, one for mail and one for where you live, then fill in both. If it's the same, just check the box that says it's the same address and click next. The next part depends on your situation. There is a list of countries that are eligible for reduced tax rate based on the treaty your country had with the US. In Israel, we do have one, and it can reduce the tax withholding from 30% to 10%. That's why it's very important to submit this form. I check that I'm eligible for reducing the tax withholding to 10% and continue. If you're not sure, you can check the box first, then in the next step, you need to add your country. After that, you will see if you are eligible for tax reduction. If you don't find your country in the list, then you need to check that you are not eligible. Now, there are three options. I'm setting this account for my YouTube channel. So the money I'm going to earn is considered royalties. I check only the first option. You should choose the one that matches your situation and fill it out the right way. Then you need to find the right answer. It will be different for each country. The article number and paragraph will change based on your country. So if your information is different from mine, that's okay. For the withholding rate, choose the lowest one available. They will show you the 30% option, but if you qualify, you might have a lower one on the list. Next, check the box for the full explanation. This is something you need to add to the form, and they write it for you. If you need to choose the other two options instead of royalties or on top of royalties, you probably need to do the same steps. Select the article and tax reduction percentage and the checkbox for the explanation. Be careful to choose the option that matches your real situation. For example, if you are going to run AdSense on your website, you might need to choose the second option. The next step is for people doing business in the US, like having physical office or hiring US workers. If that's your case, you need to talk to your accountant because it's different for everyone. For me, I'm the only one using this account, so I check no. Just because someone in the US watches my video doesn't mean I'm doing business in the US. They have this explanation if you click here. Next, you will be asked if you want to receive the tax form by paper. I choose paperless, so I will not get it in my mail. But you can choose to get a copy by mail if you prefer. Then check the checkbox to confirm you agree not to receive it in the mail. Next, you will see two documents. You can open and review to make sure everything is correct before signing. You can open and download them if you want. After that, check the box to confirm the information is correct. There is also a list of things you can confirm. Read it if you are not sure what you're signing. The next part is for older accounts, but I added it anyway. Just put the year you want the tax form to apply for. I put the earliest possible year just in case. It might not be the right thing, but I started my first YouTube channel in 2012 and I want to make sure they don't take anything they shouldn't. I think the W8 ban form started around 2016. That's probably why they list that year as a starting point. Or maybe it's because it's within the past 10 years. I'm not sure, but if you know why, you can write the real reason for it in the comments. Then I need to check that I'm the person filling out this form and submit it. I have two first names, and in my official tax documents both names appears. So I put both names on the tax form, but on my Google account I only had one of them. Because of that, Google noticed that names doesn't match and asked me to upload an ID to confirm my real name. I had my driver license saved on my computer, so I uploaded it right away. Even though they let you upload it later, I want to do it immediately so I won't forget. You might also get this notice to upload some ID information. I highly suggest that you do it right away so you won't forget it in the future. After that, I also changed the name on my Google account to match the legal name on my ID to avoid any future problems. I click upload, found the file on my computer and submitted, then clicked got it. When I clicked payment info, I saw that the tax form was under review. It didn't take long for them to approve it. Now I need to wait for Google to approve my ads account. Let's see how long that takes. When they approve it, I will continue this video and show you the next steps. I know that I need to add my bank account and verify it, and also confirm my physical address by mail. So stay tuned to see how long all that takes and when I will start earning the money from my YouTube channel. Watch this video next, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.